Good morning and welcome to the world of responsibilities. We have the body, the household, and the outside responsibility. What a category was meaning to put that plural. There are so many responsibilities, and it is important to summarize your responsibilities, plural, in categories. So in the categories, we have the body, the household, and the outside responsibilities. Have you handled your bodily responsibilities? Skin pore cleansing, nails, cutting and sanding. Then we have shaving, and we have skin treatment. If you have a special type of cream that you put on your skin, let your skin rejuvenate and let your skin replenish. Very good. And it's always important to prioritize your bodily responsibilities. But why is it that some people have a lot of difficulties prioritizing their bodily responsibilities while they are doing things? Like they will not just stop what they are doing and attend to their self because they're like, no, I got to finish this. Have you ever had a moment like that? Well, let's try to make some self-improvements today and say, I'm going to prioritize my bodily responsibilities. Do you want to know a way that you can do that no matter where that you go? I'm telling you, you can handle your bodily responsibilities no matter where that you are at, literally. And that is called a fanny pack. So as you all know, I always wear my fanny pack no matter where I go. It's like my constant seatbelt. Every time I'm having to buckle up, we got the front and the back. I usually have that in the front, but sometimes I feel like I need to have more weight in the back and the front. So when I need my lip ointment, what I do is I open up my fanny pack and, oh, what is this? Lip ointment. Oh my, wow. You can have this anywhere that you're at. Now, there is smaller fanny packs, by the way. Where do you get fanny packs? Hey, that's a good question. Where you can get fanny packs, you can get that in the camping aisle for just $5 to $9. But also they have the stylish fanny packs as well, both for guys and for girls. Now, if you want a guy fanny pack, go to the camping aisle. They have like the guyish kind of fanny packs because they're made with a certain type of material, and that's like that looks like a survival bag, not really like high class PU leather or something, but fanny packs are essential for everyone. So another thing is if you're highly allergic to things like peanuts, I recommend you to, and not only that, but common allergies. If you're allergic to bees, if you're allergic to things that could be a risk for you, then carry your EpiPen in your fanny pack. Now, there was one person that was on an airplane once that I heard of, and the person was having reactions to, I think it was peanuts or something. Their throat started to swell, and the person literally, literally almost died because they did not have their EpiPen on them. Not only that, the plane did not have EpiPens. And so there was thankfully a doctor that literally had to cut a hole in his throat because they could not land the plane. And the person was going to die if he was not attended to. Now, that there is scary, okay? If you have major allergies, you need to carry your EpiPen in your fanny pack. Listen, at all times, not every now and then. Okay, not sometimes, not leave it at home in the drawer. No. It's not going to come in handy if you're away from the house. EpiPens are priority. Now, say that you have diabetes. If you have diabetes, diet change is very important. Vegan, gluten-free, low sugar, do fasting, do lots of exercise. And that's push-ups before every meal, required to do at least 40 push-ups per meal that you eat, and you should only eat one big meal a day, but then you could do little snackings throughout the day, and that's called fasting. And I do fasting, and that does great for me. And I do lots of exercising. and that's a part of my physical therapy. I do have a brain injury, so there are some days I have to spend on resting day. I woke up 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm feeling great. Yesterday was sort of a resting day. Had put the plastic sheeting on the roof with a scientific strategy. You know, when you're alone, how are you going to put something over the huge roof that's much bigger than you? And just tied the hammer to the string and threw that over the roof, and then tied the plastic sheeting to the string and pulled that back over, and was able to get the plastic sheeting on the roof, which is very good because that's a metal roof without plywood underneath that, or sheetrock, or the, not sheetrock, but the type of thing that is needed for the roof. That because they did not construct the roof correctly. Instead of putting the 2x8s and then the plywood and then that plastic stuff that goes over it and then the shingles afterwards, they just put the framing and then the metal roof, and that's it. And that's like, why would they do that? It does not make sense why they would not construct the roof correctly. But regardless, I'm just going to have to tarp the roof because when it snowed, the snow actually seeped through the roof. And not that there's any leaks in the roof, but snow sticks and can get in the creases of things, which is why that happened. But we're going to make sure that does not happen again by having plastic sheeting on the roof, which is very smart. And plastic sheeting also can prevent like any kind of leaks or anything, which is really good. So then yesterday had attended to the animal sanctuary and also cleaned up very well, so accomplished the goals, and always have your goals. And today going to fill up the water jugs by the creek, and then but that's going to be later on. I'm giving myself some resting now. But as far as carrying your fanny pack, that is definitely priority. And I pray that everyone has formal dressing. I always dress formal. I do not ever wear inappropriate clothing. And that's something that you possibly wonder why. Okay. All of my life, I've known females to seem a lot more vulnerable than males. I mean, that's just an honest fact. The dresses, the high heels, the piles of makeup on the face, long hair that gets in the way when you need to do stuff. It just seems very vulnerable, you know. And I've seen women that have had husbands, you know, for their, you know, long time, all of their life, really, over 50 years of marriage. I've seen people married, but I've seen a lot of people that tend to think that they can take advantage of females more than males because of vulnerability, and I just do not like that. I feel like women should be very strong figures, okay, and should not be vulnerable or weak in situations. And not only physically of wearing appropriate clothing and protecting yourself in many ways, but also in mental ways as well, like being mentally strong to be able to handle situations, and just seeking that independence, seeking that love that you can have for yourself, and not feeling like you're obligated, you know, for anything. For me, I casted the sin of lust out of my life many years ago, and I have went hundreds of miles in steps of forgiveness. When I was a child, I went through a lot of abuse, so I overcame those trials and tribulations, and I live for God, I live for the heavens, and, you know, we are the family of God, we are the family of life, united together as a world, and I firmly believe that we're the family forever, brave warriors. You know, just looked on the channel a while ago. The international playlist, the Vietnamese language, had an episode that I just taught about my life, and I want to be a strong, stern woman figure for people that need that kind of figure. You know, you look on the magazines, you see inappropriate clothing, and I just do not think that is good influence physically for people. You do not want to be vulnerable. You want to be a strong, stern figure. So that's why I dress like this. But there's more reasons why. And there's actual scientific reasons why. So if anybody has heard of skin rashes, it's airborne. There's airborne bacteria, there's skin rashes, and there's dangers to watch out for. So as you all know, being in the woods, you're like, you know, who knows what is in the woods, you know. I've had tick species of all kinds of different tick species, but guess what prevented those ticks? The way that I dress. Okay, and when I seen, but now I have not experienced ticks lately, which is wonderful. But before there was, oh heavens, so many ticks, it was scary. Well, the thing is, tucking your shirt in, if there was a bug to crawl up your pants, you would immediately see the bug, right? But if you're wearing a dress, the bug would obviously go up your leg. And here's the thing, there was a show, and it was based on real life stuff, and it was a doctor's show. There was a person having a literal seizure, literally about to die, and they found out it was because a tick went up her, you know what, like her areas. So, like ticks and bugs can actually go in your areas. Like that's why it's scary. And so do not wear dresses around the woods, or anywhere else. You know, I mean, it's just dresses are vulnerable. They used to, back in the day, they used to call that gowns. Gowns is only what you wore to bed, not what you wore outside doing things for the farm. But there's also, and I just had to explain that because a lot of people think that dresses are popular these days, you know, for females, for women, but it's really dangerous. Another thing is tucking the sock over the bottom of the pants. So why is it that tucking the sock over, same thing about the bugs? But I'll tell you something. Like if the bug was to crawl up, then the bug could not go up. And, you know, but can a tick, if a tick goes up your areas, will you have a seizure and almost die? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen. That is one of the things. But there's other things that can happen as well. That's very, very scary and dangerous, by the way. But there's an airborne rash called ringworm. And when I was little, I was about 9 years old, or 8 years, I think I was 9. And I was about 9 years old. I was in Pennsylvania, and I went outside. I did not get, you know, dirty or anything. I was wearing a tank top. This kind of formal dressing was not taught to me as a child. I would have loved if this kind of dressing was taught to me as a child. But there was an airborne rash called ringworm. I ended up getting it. My brother had named the ringworm. Oh, heavens. He named that Wilbur. Well, that was mean of him, but my brother's a very amazing person. But I made sure that that did not happen again. But there is airborne bacteria, airborne rashes. So how to prevent that is wearing protective clothing. Your clothes behave like a filter to what is in the air. Although you can get oxygen through your clothes, you do not want to suffocate your skin with certain types of fabric. Like in the example, I do not wear jeans because you can get yeast infection wearing jeans. And I know, you're like, what? Jeans? Like regular jeans that people wear all the time. It's a type of pants. And because the fabric is suffocating, it can cause yeast infection. Not for all people, okay? But for some people, it does. And when I was little, I actually had yeast infection. I did not know what caused it. I was only like 12 years old. And I learned that number one, you have to wipe correctly. And you wipe front to back, not back to front. Never mix the two because that can make you sick. And then the other thing is wearing jeans and the suffocation that it has. And that I wear breathable. Now they do have jeans that seem like jeans, but they're actually like breathable pants. I do recommend those if you're required to have pants. If you're required to wear khakis or something, they do have pant like not leggings. Sometimes they're sort of baggy, but they do have leggings as well. But those are really good to wear that are breathable that can prevent things like yeast infection. How do you know that you have yeast infection? Well, as a female and as a male, actually, it is what comes out. You know, if you have things on your bloomers or underwear, you see if it has a discolored, if it looks yellowish, then you could have yeast infection. Can guys have infection there? Yes. Can girls? Yes. But it's not always caused by what you would expect. You know, sometimes it's what you're eating, what you consume. Sometimes it's, you know, being suffocated. That's like when you're wearing boots and you're marching for 20 miles, you know, or like 14 miles, and suddenly you look at your feet and there's this mildew-like smell because your feet were suffocated during the time of marching. And so that is practically what happens when you suffocate. You know, you're not getting oxygen. But when it comes to how to tell if you have any problems, so always checking the signs. There's always some kind of sign when you have an issue. Belly bloating, if your belly gets swollen. Okay, never ignore the belly swelling. You have to attend to yourself, change your diet, get proper exercise, wear your fanny pack at all times to have what you need, especially if you're diabetic and you want to prevent diabetes by making sure that you prioritize a healthy diet and you prioritize exercise and you prioritize fasting like I do. I do fasting. I do recommend everyone to fast. You can eat some snacks during the day and then one major meal at nighttime. It's hard to adjust to at first, but once you get used to it, things start to get better. And then doing at least 40 push-ups per meal is required. So last time I did 60 push-ups altogether, just in one, without stopping. I think I'm going to be able to do 100 push-ups with just like in a few breaths in one. So another thing I carry in my fanny pack is my pen and notebook. Now I know this is not hygienics, but say that you just needed to write something down. Like in the example, the last thing I had written down is like the amount in my account to budget everything correctly. And so, and that was, I think, at the end of last month. So now that paper is not valid anymore. But always important to write notes. If you need to just hurry, write something down, then it's important to have a pen and a notebook in your fanny pack at all times. So another thing, and also if you notice, the that's me on the keychain here. So another thing that I always have in my fanny pack is eye drops. And if, say that you went near something very toxic, those molecules can get in your eyeballs. It can stick to the sidewalls of the organ, and it can cause your eyeballs to swell. Have you ever experienced eyeball swelling? Come on, we all have experienced eyeball swelling here. And so having your eye drops is very important. Now, different eyes, different eye drops. So if you have more sensitivities, there's different eye drops that you can utilize. Some people need thicker eye drops. Some people need thin eye drops. So you can try different eye drops to see what is best for you, but everyone is different. Also having a mirror for self-love, and also to check to see, like say that I was doing something outside or cleaning the wood stove and I just needed to immediately look at myself and just see if there was something that was on my face because I may have felt something like when cleaning the wood stove. And so then upon looking, I would, get that off of my face, or if there was like a bug or something. Another thing is Essence the watch. Essence the watch. Essence Junior is over there, but this is the original Essence the watch. And Essence the watch had gotten Essence in 2020 and had gotten two watches. One was for appliance adoption. One was a golden watch. The other was Essence. And Essence has a built-in solar panel. Essence may not be all gold and flashy, but Essence, actually, there was a mold infestation in the house rental back in 2020, and it was so bad. There was black mold, green mold, yellow mold, even blue mold in the basement. It was a scary infestation, and I had to leave there because it became CO2 poison. But with the two watches, the other one, the gold, flashy, expensive looking one, molded and did not last. But guess which one did? Essence. And that just means, like, you do not have to get the flashiest of things in life. You just have to get the most resourceful. You have to get the most long-lasting ones. And so that was just an example of, that's a very good lesson as well. So another thing is a multiple tool set. This is just in case, you need to do any kind of handy things. Another thing is nail clippers. Let's see, those nails had clipped the nails yesterday. Another thing is this. This stone says believe. But you have to put your belief in stone. Da-da-dun, da-dun. Ha ha ha. Seriously? But it's okay to analyze and question life. Another thing in the fanny pack is very important, and that's a first aid kit. So here are some antiseptic wipes. These are very important. Then, like a gauze, we have butterfly closure, sutures just in case, antibiotic ointment, which is different from the antiseptic wipes, then more antiseptic wipes, Band-Aids. And that is something in case of something immediate happen, and there needs to be immediate attendance. So another thing is the cup holder. You can put your cup here. And that is, what is it, a fanny pack? But you can carry, say that you needed to check if you're diabetic, then you need to make sure that you have your glucose monitor in the fanny pack. If you have allergies, make sure to have your EpiPen in the fanny pack. And fanny packs are not just style, you all. Fanny packs are emergency lifesavers. Like, fanny packs can literally save your life in an emergency situation. And it is important to have your fanny pack, especially if you are an allergic individual or diabetic, or if you have a certain condition and you need to have your immediate supplies. Now, I like skin cream as well. Fanny packs, I love to have my fanny pack. My fanny pack is my security, and I recommend everyone to have a fanny pack. And the question of where you get your fanny pack, Walmart, the Walmart Supercenter has fanny packs either in the camping aisle, or if you look where the book bags are, they have fanny packs from small to larger. Now, if you want a specific type of fanny pack, you can do an online order. Temu is what I usually um, get things from, and I'm very thankful for online shopping as well. But make sure that you know that the website is trustworthy before shopping online. I just have to say that. Amazon took $100 from me after I was hit by a car, and I told myself I am never going to shop on Amazon ever again. I even contacted Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, and oh heavens, I was not happy. But he was too busy eating unhealthy to answer. So you can imagine how bloated his tummy was after eating that. He posted a picture of himself eating the most disgusting food. Well, yeah, riches are not everything on that behalf. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, um, when it comes to the situation of handling your bodily responsibilities, sometimes when we're doing things, we're in the moments of doing things, and there's a thought that pops up in your head, hey, can you put lip ointment on? And then that other side of you is like, no, not now, maybe later, after this, after this, after this. And next thing you know, when you get done with that, then it's like, then that thought comes back, hey, put your lip ointment on. And then you're like, no, later, after this. It's like, that's what you said last time. Try not to argue with yourself, okay? Um, the priority should be the bodily responsibilities. Always manage what you need to do correctly. And a part of that is making sure that you prioritize your bodily responsibilities. You cannot let yourself go. You will remain through everything that you do. So thus, appreciate the operation that makes this possible. Now, moving on to the next subject, and I do recommend everyone to have a first aid kit in their car and household, a fire extinguisher if you can as well in every car and household. As far as an emergency supplies as well, if you have a car, then you need an empty gas can in the back, you need a jack, you need a socket set, you need one of those jump starters, and you need a pair of cable cords for the jump starters, like an extra pair just in case. So there's a lot of things that you should have as a priority to make sure that you are not going to be without when you may experience an emergency situation, or when someone else may experience a situation that you may want to help as well. And also, another thing is we have the bodily responsibilities. So the household responsibilities is next. Things like dusting and sweeping and cleaning and spraying air spray as well, making the bed and cleaning everything precisely, taking the trash out and prioritizing the cleanliness of the household. Make sure that your space is clear and clean of hazards. And then excellent processing, we have the outside responsibilities. So here I have an animal sanctuary, and in the animal sanctuary we have all kinds of different species of birds, as well as the consistent birds. We have new birds now, Boldly, and Boldly is the bird that has the gray back and then the darker head, and then the sparrow is, what was the sparrow's name? Do you all remember in the previous episode? It was the episode that was posted a while ago about the birds. When opening that gift that my Aunt Dinah got me, the camping gift and then at the end had shown the birds, Boldly, and something that we need in life. And Boldly, the sparrow was being very mean to everyone. So we said, goodness, you need to have kindness in your life. We named him something like kindness or something like that. But we have not seen them today. I did hear Confidence the Cardinal earlier. We have Seeker the Cardinal as well. We have the kitten that we're trying to rescue and had named him Warrior, and yesterday had seen him and was doing the cat call. And then he came around afterwards and trying to rescue him. He's very difficult to rescue. He keeps running off from me. But I just take him inside, make sure he has a nice, good bath, a groom, of course. He needs to be groomed. And he'll stay inside as inside cat. He can go outside sometimes, but staying inside for the most part. I do not want him outside. He needs to be treated for medical things. He's been outside for quite some time, and he's been very hungry too, and had actually spent extra money to get cat food instead of dog food. And that is an outside responsibility here. But if you all, that may not be your responsibility outside. Your responsibilities outside may be like cleaning the gutters of the house, of the roof, and things like raking the yard and cleaning the porch. Very good. Making sure the porch is swept and cleaned. Doing power washing. Very good. Power washing your car as well. Cleaning the inside of your car. Vacuuming the car. Making sure the trash should never be in your car. You should keep a grocery bag in your car and put the trash in the grocery bag. And then once you're done being out of the car, then you take the grocery bag and throw that away. Then the next time you have more grocery bags from there, you keep in stock under the seat. And another thing is have fragrance in cars. You never want to be suffocated in a car that smells really badly. So make sure that you clean the car very well. And also, a lot of people do not think about cleaning the carburetor or the exhaust, but that's definitely something, or the muffler. Yeah, that muffler possibly has some really nasty things in there, but make sure to scrub that really good. And that actually can prolong the life of your car. Another thing is cleaning out the air conditioner in your car and in your house. If you have an air conditioner, now is the winter time, going into the springtime, but I recommend everyone to clean out their air conditioners before this summer comes so that you will already be prepared. Window air conditioners are the best, I think, because the ventilation air conditioners are just, oh my heavens, those are so very difficult to clean. They have to get like this special tool to go into the vents. But if you've ever seen a company clean out vents of a house, it is absolutely disgusting. And I do recommend everyone to clean out their air conditioners. That is absolute priority because there's actually Cygnus virus that can stick to stuff and those mats of dust. Ew, it's so gross. And there's dead bugs in there. Ew. But you used to have, back in the day, I used to have an air conditioner and had just taken the entire thing apart and then cleaned that and put the entire thing back together. And that did not take long at all, really, but it was nasty. There was just 1 month of utilizing the air conditioner, and there was black stuff at the bottom, like a goo of dead bugs, and it was really nasty. Would have named the air conditioner. Had appliance adoption, away, and I no longer had air conditioner. Now, Midia was the first air conditioner I named. Midia, the air conditioner. And that was a portable air conditioner that was different. And I do not know if I will have an air conditioner for a very, very long time. Now, there is a neighbor over there that has an air conditioner with a bunch of solar panels, and they have about a few $1,000s worth of solar panels over there just to power the air conditioner. But I've heard that that air conditioner actually operates very well. So it's not impossible to operate an air conditioner off of solar panels, but you have to have a lot of solar panels. And I would be so excited to get that many solar panels, but unfortunately it would take about 2 years from now to get half, I think, like half of the solar panels of the amount that the neighbor over there has. So, but that's their second house. So, there's a lot of people, they usually get houses for like getaways and things. Well, when it comes to solar, you can operate an air conditioner, but the outside responsibilities is what we was talking about. But yes, let's not talk about financial struggles currently. But I do pray that things will get better. I need lots of views and lots of watch hours. I need lots of subscribers. So if you're watching, if you're liking the video, if you're subscribing, that is helping me actually more than you think. I am not getting paid now, but I can. I can with enough views and with enough likes. So as an online teacher, I want to first teach about the importance of safety, the importance of preparing, and the importance of being a strong figure, and having that preparation there. Those are priority lessons that I did not even learn when I was little. They were trying to teach me these difficult, complex mathematical equations before they were trying to teach me how to dress properly. And that's a problem. Proper dressing is always first priority, and not only that, but also like preparing, like having a fanny pack, especially if you're allergic, to have your EpiPen with you. If you have medical problems, to always carry that in your fanny pack at all times. And, that really would have helped me as a child if I would have had that kind of lesson when I was little. And I pray that we can help a lot of people in need. And I always wear my safety glasses. You would be shocked of why. Like, there's times that a lot of people do not think safety glasses are necessary unless there's something that happens. And just the other day, something happened. And I think it was a stick or something that flew up and hit if I did not have these safety glasses on, that would have hit my eyeball so hard. And so I'm so glad to protect. But also these headphones help me to block out background noises. And I do have a brain injury, and I do have a lot of difficulties with background noises. And so these help me a lot. And like when we hear sounds, we're hearing a lot of the vastness. And sometimes that bothers us because we cannot hear what is going on inside of our body. We're only hearing what is going on outside of our body. But there is also a vastness that we receive before we receive things like sound waves. And that vastness is sometimes very bothering. So just more of being able to hear the inner body. And can I hear the inner body? Sometimes if I just am quiet, I can feel my heartbeat. And the headphones does help me focus on like my heart and my body and what I'm doing, not only externally but internally as well. So the headphones are very good. I think everyone would definitely improve with having blocker headphones. But I have a brain injury specifically, so I wear this because like this is priority for me to improve my brain um, because I have an injury, which is permanent. The indention and break in the skull is a permanent injury that can never that can never go away. So I'm always trying to find ways to preserve myself, and this is a part of how I preserve myself. Excellent. Very good. But as far as the situation of um, the body, the household, and the outside responsibilities, those are always priority. And I pray that you all prioritize your health, prioritize your emergency supplies of what you need, and prioritize those very important things, because a lot of the times management is really what we need to have with the things that we need to do in life. And so I pray that you all will have proper management of your goals. And also remember, the songs of the sing-along songs is on the channel, so make sure to tune into those songs when you're doing something. I know that when I go to sleep, I play the song album while I sleep, and that really helps me a lot. Also, another thing is when I'm going marching, I listen to the songs to help me, and I do a lot of like walking, marching to do physical therapy, but I do not do that every day because I let myself rest and I have other goals. But as I said, I do have injuries, so physical therapy has to happen because I'm trying to strengthen myself from my injuries that I have had, and I'm trying to get stronger. And so part of getting stronger is getting physical therapy. And I do recommend everyone to have physical therapy in their daily lives. And remember, when it comes to what you consume into your life, that will impact you. Okay, everything that you say, think, and do, yes, but also what you eat, what you consume in different ways. And there is different ways of consuming things, so make sure to only consume into which is good for you. Like the alternate current of life, out with the bad and in with the good. And remember to stay healthy, invest wisely, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe on the sing-along songs. You all take care of yourself and have a great, glorious, and wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening, and night. And welcome to the world of responsibilities. We have the body, the household, and the outside responsibilities. Be resilient and have proper management with your goals in the day. And fulfill purpose the best that you can. See you all soon. Take care of yourself. And this is Kaylan, Kaylin, known as the YouTube star, Professor Cygnus, and Angels. And thank you all for your likes. I do appreciate you all. And remember that we are such a miracle blessing of life, and we can make incredible and wonderful differences. Know that you have potential, you have purpose, and you can make an incredible difference. I know that you're making a difference now just by giving likes. Thank you all. And I pray that everyone will prioritize their self. And I know when you're doing things that are difficult, you say, I'm going to take care of myself later, not now. No. Let's turn that into, I'm going to prioritize my bodily responsibilities by having my fanny pack at all times. And when I need to, I will get my lip ointment out. If I'm in the middle of doing something that is very difficult, and I'm just going to say stop for a moment and just attend. And then you get the lip ointment out, put the lip ointment on, and you are going to feel a lot better. Very good. Praying for you all. Stay healthy and invest wisely. Invest into self-love, self-care, and honor one another as well. And remember the importance of building better bonds. Building better bonds is a part of our purpose as well. When we build better bonds, we build a better life, together, united. And remember, fan family forever. forever and ever. And you can always go on the channel and watch the episodes for today and the rest of your life. And I will always be here in this kind of way. Stay healthy, invest wisely. Invest into building better bonds and having proper management on the responsibilities of the body, the household, and the outside responsibilities. And remember to have sympathy and understanding for yourself and others. We have to honor one another and seek the ways of uniting us to make life a better place. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Bye for now.